Hello guys, so this is my first video tutorial series. In this particular tutorial series, I'm going to introduce you with OpenCV, few concepts and related projects as well. So without wasting time, let's start with our first video or first tutorial we can say. So in this tutorial, we are trying to cover a project where exactly I'll show a particular object to the camera and that particular object should get detected and we can find out the elevation angle from a particular index. Okay, so how exactly it works and how exactly we can go through it, I'll just show it to you. Basically, with this particular video, we are trying to do a project based on the OpenCV. So first, I'll choose my Sublime Text as code editor, and over here we are using completely a Python programming. Okay, so let's start. So when first, like for any kind of image processing project, first you need to take an input from your video source. Video source in the sense, let's say I'm using camera for taking an video into my program code. So let's first build a simple code that can take a continuous video or continuous frames from your camera and show it to you. So for that purpose, I need an import. Let's say first I have to save this file. Let's say save it on the desktop. Let's make it as tutorial project and save. So I just have to save as once again and save it as a Python file. So over here we can find it out .py, which is actually a Python file. So I'm just saving it. Let's say yes. So this is entirely my Python file. I'll just check import. Let's say cv to cv, and to test it, we can just build it. Yeah, build is finished. That means it is working actually. Okay. Now to do that, first I can just make it. Let's go to the properties and just change it to the .py, so that this particular file will become our Python file, and then we can just go for Sublime Text and just open the same file. Tutorial project, and I'm just opening it, and this is my Python file. So I'll just increase the font. Okay, so with this particular library, we are using a computer vision library to map with the video source. Then we are going to import, let's say, NumPy as NP. So this is actually our numerical Python library. And with this particular library, we are actually import NumPy as NP. And then we can just search for, let's say, cap equals to cap is actually a channel where exactly we are turning on the video source. That means we are taking the access from our camera device in this particular cap variable, and in this cap variable you can see there is an address is associated with over here. So that means your camera channel will be associated. Now to turn on it, you just have to go for, let's say, cv dot, let's say, video capture in bracket, let's give a path. So this particular command, you can use it for taking a video source from your, let's say, built-in camera, external camera, or you can give a video link as well, like this MP4, something like that. MP4 kind of. So this will be your video name, and you can just give it like that. So I'm just using my internal camera, so I'm just putting it 0 over here so that we all can get this information really easily from here. So this path is my actually variable where exactly I'm using my internal camera. So once I take the internal camera in consideration, let's go for how exactly we can take the camera frames as well. So with, as I told you, like in this cap variable, we have only the address of the device. Okay. From address of the device, how exactly we can read the data. So for the purpose to continuous read the data or to continuous read the frame, I need a loop. So over here, I'm using while loop. Let's make it while true. And when in that while true, this particular cap function gives me two different data. Two different data in the sense it will first tell me, uh, let's say rate. This particular variable tells me about is my camera device is giving me actual frame or not. That means this particular cap variable is activated or not. Then I'll just go for frame, and frame over here we have our image inside it, and then we can just go for cv dot or we can just make it cap dot read, open and close bracket. So with this particular default function, we have data which we are reading from this particular cap channel. Okay, and in this data we have a frame and we have ret as well. So ret shows us how exactly we are we actually getting the data or not. So what we can do, we can just make it a simple thing over here. If let's say rate equals to true, that means that if the channel is on, then only we need to show the data, or we need to show the picture of it. So we can just go for cv dot, and over here we can just put it like cv dot im show in bracket. I'm just making it as a live video, and then we can just show the frames. That means whatever the frames I'm reading from this particular line, okay, after that I'm checking is it true or not. So that means channel is active or not. Once the channel is active, I can easily show it. But to prevent an overlapping factor, I need to use a k variable. K variable is in the sense I have to use a wait key command to prevent the overlapping. Overlapping in the sense, sometimes if you not use this wait key command, let's say wait key of let's say 27, that means if you press ESC, this code will be automatically get terminated. So this is an wait key command which allows us to run this particular code at let's say key scanning with the help of key scanning and the different time frames. So, and it also allows us to give input from our keyboard. So input from keyboard in the sense I can give easily input from my keyboard as well to this particular code. So let's start and let's write a simple code. Let's say if k equals to order from my keypad, let's say if I give q, so this q will be the break of entire code. This Python is really easy to write in any kind of program. And also I'm going forward, let's say elif k equals to order from my keypad, let's say s, so I can save the same image, like whatever the image I'm reading, I can save it as well. So I'm just making cv.im write, and in cv.im write, first I have to give the image name, let's say test.png or jpg, whichever extension you want to use, and you can just print image captured. The symbols as well to make it look like a fancy something like that. And I can just copy and paste it over here, and I can just make it exited from code. Okay, so this is how simply we can write a simple code, like where exactly if you press Q from your keypad, you are coming out from the code, and if you press S, that means it is actually capturing your selfie. And after that, we can just go for whenever we are putting it out. So when this particular break command execute, that means you are coming out from this while loop, so that your next execution line will be this 21. Okay, so over here, what we have to do, when exactly we are coming it out, the channel which we have created, the cap over here, we have to release that channel. So how exactly we can release it? We just have to make it cap dot release, open and close bracket, and the window which we have created with the name of live, that also get vanished. So for that we can just write cv dot destroy all windows. So this is a simple code with you are taking camera access, you are showing your image, and if you press Q from your keyboard, you are exiting from the code. If you press yes, that means you are capturing a selfie. Okay, so selfie in the sense your camera is turned on, the whatever the real-time frame will be there, and it will be get captured and save it as test.png. And over here I forgot to pass and frame. The data will be captured from the frame and save it as the name of test.png. Okay, so I'll just run this code. So you can just go for Control B. So this code will get automatically executed. Yeah, so there is an error. It is calling it as, let's say, can't grab the code, can't find the code. Okay, I guess the problem with the path. Let's make it 1, because I'm using external camera as well. So we can just make it Control B. Yeah, the camera is turned on, and it's because of path only. Okay, you can see me now. Now, if I press Q from this particular code, you can see we are exited from the code. Okay. So the code is run in approximate like 15.9 seconds. And if we go for the next one, everything is correct. And now I'll just build once again this particular code. And if I press yes, it should capture a selfie as well. If I press yes, it is saying like image captured, right? If I press yes once again, you can see image is captured. If I press Q, exited from the code. So this is how exactly it will get executed. And you guys can see our image is captured over here. So this is our image. Okay. So this is how simply we can write a simple code which can actually take image. So over here we have used OpenCV. We haven't used NumPy just now. We have just used OpenCV. We have used few functions from the OpenCV. That means we are taking device access. Then we are taking data from that particular camera device. We are just checking is it live or not. Once it is live, we are showing that particular video window with the help of this particular data, and then we are just checking for the keyboard input. And once we got the keyboard input, then we are just checking for is it Q or is it S. If it is Q, we are exited from the code. If it is S, we are actually capturing a selfie. So this is how exactly we have made a simple code. Now this is not our exactly objective. Our objective is once we go for, let's say, if I build it once again, I just want to show you what exactly our objective is. Okay, so our objective is to detect this particular marker. Okay, so this marker in the sense like the marker has a green tick. So how exactly we can detect this particular green tick and find out the location of it. Okay, so first to do that, we should have like a basic understanding of how exactly first we can capture this image. So that task we have already done. So how exactly we can capture the image. So let me show you this thing over here. Okay, over here or here, I can just show it likewise. I can just press yes, so that this image will get captured. Now you guys can see over here the image is updated. Now I can just press Q and I can just open it. Now you can see this with the image object I have the data over here.